Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'll be giving you a mid-range, short-range, and overall look at weather over the next couple of weeks. This is a big picture, temperature-wise, weather-wise, any active weather, interesting weather on our heels. Let's get right into it. So this is kind of the makeup video for Thursday as we're really busy, but this Tuesday we'll be returning back to normal scheduling. We'll get tight over the next couple of weeks though with finals, but again, once we get to summer, it's on. So let's get right into it. So in the West, honestly, does look pretty active. At least in the Central U.S., you have this big convection bubble kind of firing up here. We'll take a closer look at what that is. Likely indicative of some severe weather. In the East, though, we'll work our way east to west this time. Just clouds draped over a large portion of the area, mainly over here, including the big cities. Now, New York City has been clearing, Philly getting some breaks, so will Baltimore and DC later today. But most of the weekend has just been encapsulated by clouds and rain that we experienced yesterday, which was much needed. So that's good. We will get clear weather though, okay? We'll get clear weather as we return back to the work week. We'll get some more sunny skies and more clear weather, so that'll be nice. However, it will remain a little cooler than average. Moving to the west again, there's your kind of like severe weather setups, lots of convection, some scattered clouds. Okay, you have this broad low pressure kind of rotating its way this way, out right now in the Rockies. And then go to the desert southwest, clear, some high clouds in the west. We get kind of same story there. A little more cloud cover in the west. So kind of, if I had to divvy up a cloud cover line, kind of be like this. Northwestern half of the U.S., at least the western half, is cloudier than the eastern half, except we do have these coastal clouds due to that marine influence that's finally moving out on the eastern seaboard. So let's kind of see how everything's panning out right now. There's your low pressure that brought the rains. Cool front, warm front. It's heading out. You got this kind of warm front right here, and then a little cold front here, and on the north and south side. This is your low right here, stationary front, another low right there, and stationary front up here as well. This is what's promoting some cloudier and likely some more active weather than rest of the country. So let's kind of look at these alerts and indices. Starting out in the east, just because very quiet, some frost advisories, nothing else to really speak of except some flood watches and warnings. Desert Southwest, red flag warnings and high wind warnings due to that heat, sun, wind kind of combined creates hazardous fire conditions. Winter weather advisories in the higher elevations with that associated low pressure system. Some freeze warnings and watches here in the indigos, cyans, frost advisories in California. Same with the wind advisories in these more sandy colors. Here's your little severe weather threat right here, okay? In the yellow, severe thunderstorm watches, and the oranges, these like small cubes, are localized severe thunderstorm warnings. The greens, flood watches, and in the red is likely tornado watches. So definitely an active day in those areas. We'll have to watch that through the rest of the day. So let's kind of go in the Euro through the Euro model. We're not going to go. This is more mid-range. If it was short range, I go with the RGEM or the Canadian. Here's your severe weather threat, kind of highlighted. Could be an overnight threat, to be honest. It could definitely spark up overnight. So we're gonna have to watch that. As you can see, severe weather in northern Missouri. By the time it's uh, morning rush hour tomorrow, that kind of moves out. Also tries to make it to the east. We get more severe weather, but it starts to fall apart and really exits by the latest midweek. Another severe threat we might need to watch right here that happens in the deep south. We'll watch that bring some rains to the east. This is later this week, and then colder air right behind it just in time for the weekend. So we'll watch that as well. And overall, just remains active. Okay, you got lots of little sliding severe threats, some cold blasts, and overall pretty active once you stay kind of towards the east. The west also active, but not as much, and a little more temperate in the west. Matter of fact, let's go see how the Storm Prediction Center has everything dialed in. So should have kind of just pulled this up earlier, but this is on the go. Here you have it. Okay, enhanced risk, tornado hatched 5%, so definitely a risk there. Same with wind and hail as well as is also hatched, so something to watch out there. Spread to the east, you get another tornado threat. This could be even more interesting. 2 on the intensity, 10%. So Cedar Rapids looks like Peoria, Springfield. Springfield actually looks like it's going to be an area the hot spot for tornadoes, so definitely gotta watch out. Wind 45% and hail is a hatched 30%. So yeah, definitely looks pretty substantial. I actually didn't look at this earlier, but now I see it. So please be careful in these areas. All threats on the table for today and tomorrow. I think the day after, yeah, this is your slider kind of threat midweek. Doesn't seem as impactful. We'll see if we get any upgrades later on. Day 4 through 8, nothing much. We'll see if that changes with that sliding risk. Maybe it gets pushed further south, or we get more threats that pop up in the coming days. Now, final thing I want to look at, long range temperatures or mid range goes 144 hours out using 18Zs yesterday because the OZ of the EPS did not run. So here's your kind of moderation. It's brief though through early this week. Wednesday and Thursday, this is your cold blast right in time for this next upcoming weekend. You get this big kind of cold blast, and the west, as you can see, has this ridge and this trough. Okay, very heights like that. So it's going to stay kind of cool in the east, okay? Now, thankfully, since we are kind of getting into May now, cool doesn't just mean 50s and 40s. It likely will be more towards the 60s, so at least it'll still lead to nice enough weather to make it outside on some of the better days. So we'll keep an eye on that. Here, I actually want to take a look at temperatures. It is kind of far out-ish. It's not too far out, but temperatures will need to be dialed it, like focused and tweaked as we get closer. But we can kind of look at how they look. And yeah, it's definitely going to be a little bit on the cooler side. Here's the Eastern. So this is 5 a.m. Thursday, right when that blast is coming in. 2 p.m. So around high temperatures. And here we'll go 5 p.m. probably a little closer. And yeah, it's definitely cold. 40s and 50s for much of the northeast. So we'll have to watch that. Probably even gets colder than that. So yeah, actually no, it's gonna be pretty cold because we do have 540 heights. So what I meant is like after this, because this does look like another substantial cool blast, we are likely going to stay cool into the first real week of May. But that's where I think we'll get a little bit moderation so we can get sneak back up into 60s. 60s are going to be restricted for this cold blast though. Central Virginia and South. If I can try to draw that 60 line, this is 5 p.m. Friday. So the 60 line, again, these are all the mountains, would probably be somewhere here. So, oh yeah, it's definitely going to be kind of draped. So we're going to have to watch if we can maybe moderate a little more. We'll get to 8 p.m., 2 p.m. Saturday here. Same general idea. You have 50s over here, 58, 60s, similar to Friday temperatures. And as we go to Sunday, it looks like we can get a bit more moderation from the west right in time for the weekdays, Monday, and looks like we kind of stay warmer on the eastern seaboard, and then another cool blast. So it's definitely going to be tranquil cool blast. I hate it. I really do hate it, me personally, because it's always like the week starts out nice, but the weekends are always miserable. Hopefully that will change. It likely will. I mean, April showers bring Mayflower, so hopefully once we get to mid and especially late May and into summer, it'll become more sunny, warmer, and these cool blasts will have less of an effect on day-to-day temperatures that make it comfortable to go outside. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Nice and short, just generally cool, active in the east, west, also active, not as much, and a little more warmer. So, nothing much, like not much significant weather to talk about besides severe weather. So, my videos this week will likely be tailored to that, especially Tuesday. But even Tuesday is that day of severe weather, so we'll see if we can look ahead on Thursday with video. But it's gonna be pretty bland. But hurricane season will also be starting up in just over a month from now, so we'll have to keep an eye on that as well. So again, hope you guys enjoy this video. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.